Hey guys, it's Dalmatian here bringing you guys another video. Now, this is going to be my 2023 rewind, and I'm pretty much going to be looking back at what this year has wrung. So, the first topic I want to talk about is Windows 8.1 slash Windows 7 ESU end of support. Now, back in January, Microsoft has killed off support for both operating systems. Um, and, not surprised, obviously a lot of people weren't really using Windows 8 anymore because it was only like about 2% of people at the time before end of support and everything. And, I am, a lot of people were making memes. I remember people were making memes on Windows 8.1 and the support and everything, and I think that was funny and all. And then, of course, Windows 7 support was completely gone, of course, and the ESUs only, and that sucks. So the next topic I'm going to talk about is Susan Wojcicki. I'm not going to even try to pronounce that right. Earlier this year, in February, she stepped down as CEO of YouTube. Now, I do remember people were like sniping her and everything, and I just think that was kind of uncool, to be honest. You know, and then, of course, she appointed Neil Mohan as the new CEO. And I don't know how I feel about the guy, because I feel like this guy is just worse than Susan. But yeah, of course. And then in April, I got my wisdom teeth removed. Now, for those of you who don't know what wisdom teeth are, basically, wisdom teeth are the last set of teeth that come in when you're at an older age. So pretty much that I had to get them removed because obviously they were really pushing my other teeth, and so and of course the Mario movie, obviously in April Universal released the Mario movie, and to be quite honest, I'm kind of glad they made this, because this was something that a lot of people were expecting for a long time. And, I'm just so glad we got an animated adaptation of the beloved Super Mario franchise. So, yeah. Going on now, Mastodon in April. Of course, in April, because the fact that I was kind of getting sick of Twitter at this point, I decided to join Mastodon. And, obviously nowadays I'm not really active there anymore just because I think it's kind of boring, to be honest. But back in April, this was where I pretty much joined Mastodon, and for this reason. So. And then, of course, in May, I bought a new phone because I have the Pixel 7. And, of course, the reason I bought a new phone is because my old phone, my Pixel 5, was not holding a charge anymore. And this was where, at the point where, this is where it kind of got me thinking about replacing my phone with something newer. And I just decided to go with the Pixel 7. So that's that. And of course, going on now to July, of course, we saw the launch of Meta's Threads, which is pretty much another good alternative to Twitter, and I also joined that as well. And at this point, I was starting to consider deactivating my account, just because I'm kind of fed up with Twitter at that point. And so, yeah. And of course, Threads being, obviously you have to link your Instagram to have a Threads account. So, anyways, and then of course, in October, no, I don't really want to talk about what happened in August or September, but now in October, this was where I made the really hard decision to deactivate my account, my Twitter account permanently because of Elon Musk and everything. Um, and then I ended up joining Blue Sky. Someone was nice enough to give me an invite, and it was really nice of them because Blue Sky was another platform I was more interested in joining just because it looks a little similar to, Twitter. And, Twitter at this point is just becoming a nightmare field, to be honest. And of course, the Raspberry Pi 5, which, for the first time in a few years, the Raspberry Pi Foundation released the Raspberry Pi 5, which is basically they have some improvements over the Raspberry Pi 4, which was released in 2019, for those that are wondering. And I'll actually get to me owning a Raspberry Pi 4 in a few minutes here. But so, and of course, in November, of course, we had, Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade and everything, and, stuff like that. And then, now, in December, bought a Raspberry Pi 4. So, I pretty much bought myself a Raspberry Pi 4 just because I'm starting to, the Raspberry Pi 2 that I had, unfortunately, it was starting to get old, and it was starting to not run very well anymore with just 900 megahertz of CPU speed, and, so, that's that. And of course, some of the TV shows I watched this year, some of the superhero stuff I watched this year. Of course, Disney Plus, I've watched, this year I watched, Thor, Love and Thunder, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Avengers, Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, and then Guardians of the Galaxy, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, Black Widow, Shang-Chi, and the Legend of the Ten Rings, the Marvels, and then of course DC, Suicide Squad, the Batman, Shazam and the Fury of the Gods, Birds of Prey, and of course, back in July, this is something interesting. Back in July, I watched the original Powerpuff Girls series on Netflix, and I don't want to really go in depth with this, but basically, this was around the same time that I was finishing up watching some of the latest Marvel Studio movies. And that actually got me the interest in watching Powerpuff Girls on Netflix. And I personally think the show is freaking badass. And I actually did a tier list of all my all the seasons I watched, including the movie and the specials. So, yeah, I think that's about it, even though I did mention a few things that I wanted to talk about for my 2020 and Rewind, and so here we are. 2023 is coming to a close, and, this is gonna be my final video of the year, and I hope to see you guys next year in 2024, hopefully for more uploads, hopefully for more tips and tricks, more tech help from me. I really do apologize for not uploading a lot this year. This year has just been really rough for me, especially after dropping out of college for a few months, and of course, and going back and then having issues again. It's like having a bunch of issues. So, but anyways, guys, happy New Year to everyone, and I'll see you guys all in 2024. Woohoo! Bye, guys.